Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey,
Who
Rashad.
lives in Japan. $1,700 a month on the Japanese countryside. He pays $283 in rent. Things are a lot cheaper out here. It's from CNBC. CNBC. Apparently, they've done a series on people like this of young people who live out the country for the sake of just better cost of living and things of that sort. I looked at this and I thought it was interesting. This had been published a month ago, September 18th, 2025. It's written by Cecilia Fernandez and Rafi Paul. And here it is. While working as a teacher in Atlanta, Georgia, hometown, Lexi Smith, 24, found herself dreaming of something more of the world and living a simpler life. Quote unquote, I wasn't quite loving the school system, from having an overbearing administration that didn't appreciate me to having a hard time living on my salary, Smith told CNBC. Make it when I found out that I could teach abroad for a much easier life and ability to see much more culture, I had to jump on it. Smith started looking for the possibility of going abroad to teach English and working with a company called Explore Asia, an organization that helps people get their TEFL certification to work and study abroad. She received her teaching English as a foreign teacher language certification and taught English as a foreign language in the U.S. for a bit, while Explore Asia worked to find her potential employers. That's so cool. This is her, Smith. She lives in Chiba Prefecture, which is located on the countryside of Japan. Now, would I live in Japan? Probably not, bro, because the language barrier. And then it's like, I couldn't do it. I visit Japan for sure. Like, I go out there for like 2 weeks or something, maybe even a month. Like, say I did it for like the month of June one year. I'd do that. But I ain't gonna live out there. Nah, I'm cool with that. I love home too much, bro. I love the United States, and I love Atlanta. I love the South too much, bro. Eventually, Smith landed a teaching position at Ekaiwa, a private language school focused on conversational English in the Chiba prefecture of Japan, and moved in March of this year. My interest in Japan began with anime, like a lot of other people out here, and I'm a big foodie. The opportunity to eat ramen and sushi. But I know so many people like this that will do this for these exact reasons. And things like that is something that I had to go after, Smith says. Plus, the culture is so respectful here. Teachers are just as respected. And in general, people are just so kind to one another. Shout out to teachers. They are so important. I've learned the importance of teachers the older I got, of just how important like school is. Like, you're shaping like little humans. It's crazy. Chiba Prefecture is located in Japan's eastern Pacific coast on the east of Tokyo. It is about a 4-hour drive from the country's capital city. Jeez Louise. Living in the countryside of Chiba Prefecture has been quite different than Tokyo. Things are a lot cheaper out here. The culture is more respectful. And what you see when you look around is rice fields. I definitely couldn't live in the country, bro. In Japan, no thank you. Smith admits she was nervous about moving to the countryside, having grown up in a city like Atlanta, but it was a much easier transition than she expected. Quote unquote, I really did move here by myself without knowing the language or anyone out here. I know her mama would. Boy, what? My family knows that I'm a bit of a wild child and I want to see the world. I'm a free spirit, so they accepted it. Boy, my mama would have been like, no, you ain't doing that, quote unquote. They were a little bit nervous for me, but after they virtually met my boss, and they didn't even meet the boss in person, my mom would be like, you got to fly me out to Japan. I need to shake the person's hand. And seeing how prepared they was, they weren't that concerned anymore. Before Smith made the official move to Japan, she was able to connect with some of her coworkers via Zoom. So by the time she arrived, she had already established a sense of community with them. Quote unquote, I was immediately friends with coworkers even before I landed here. And then they introduced me to other teachers in the area, she says. Quote unquote, we started to go to cherry blossom viewings together and having movie nights, and it became a really cool thing. And I also became familiar with the train system of Japan. Now, the train system of Japan does look mad advanced and stuff like that. I will say that. One of the perks of Smith's jobs is that her employer was able to secure her an apartment before she even got to Japan. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with a balcony that rents about 35 yen or $238 a month. The apartment is also within a walking distance of the school where Smith teaches. It's really cool. Smith's employment contract includes her employer covering the cost of some expenses like key money, a one-time non-refundable payment given by her landlord when renting an apartment or a house. Smith also didn't have to put down a security deposit, which is usually the case in the US. Her employer also pays a fire insurance and was able to get her a car, but she pays $100 a month for. What the heck? So she paying like $350. Their apartment also came with a portable washer in her bathroom, and she uses the balcony to dry her clothes. Now that I'm not rocking with, I need a dryer now. See, I was living in Mississippi now, right? And I first moved in, and it was like you could get a washer and dryer in here for an extra $1,800 a month, or it was like $500 a month or something. I said, nah, I could do without that. It's a the things you do to Kurt costs when you're young, bro. I could do without that. It's a laundromat down the street. So, every time I had to wash clothes, I go over to the little Walmart, use my card, get the $20 cash back, and then use that cash back, the $20 to buy like a pack of gum. And I break that down even more to go across the street to the laundromat. And I put that money into the little change thing, and I get my money in quarters, and then I go do the laundry, right? Everything was cool. A bit inconvenient going down the street every single time I needed to wash clothes when I wanted to multitask or do something else. But okay, it's a nice way to get out the crib and stuff like that, get some fresh air and, see the people watch, put on my headphones and just people watch for a couple hours. It was cool. It was nice, being broken down to that level of simplicity and kind of old school going to the laundromat like we did before we had washers and dryers in our house, right? In the late 90s and things of that sort. So it was all good until the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit, you can't leave the house. You know what I did? I thought it'd be a smart idea to get a big old thing of washing powder. I'll clean the tub, right? I clean the tub, right? Scrub it, everything like that. Make sure there's no ring in the bathtub. It's not dirty, it's clean. Then I would put up the stopper. I would pour, bro. I'm so serious, bro. This is what I did. This is how I was living for like 5 months, bro. No cap. Pour the little clothes detergent in the tub. I fill it up. It had the little bubbles. I throw my clothes and everything in there, and I hand wash it like this, scrub it, everything like that, and then I hang it on dryers, bro, all throughout the crib, bro. I have some stuff drying in, but most of it would be drying out in the bathroom or in the laundry room, which was empty because I didn't have a washer and dryer in there. And I just have stuff air dry around the crib, bro. After doing that, and then, this is how everything ended up finishing and stuff like that. We had a new sports editor. Shout out to Josh Capers. He now works at ESPN. He's been working at ESPN the last couple of years. He's with the NFL department and stuff like that. Josh Capers came in, and his apartment already had a washer and dryer. So he brought his washer and dryer down from like Kentucky or North Carolina, where he was moving from. He was like, "Anybody need a washer or dryer?" I said, "Yes, bro." He said, "So you just have to pay for the people to move it into your apartment." So I rented out a truck for an hour for like $68 and some movers to do it. And so they did it. And then I taught them into installing it as well. And I had to buy some pliers or whatever from the Walmart across the street. And they did it. And I did it for like $100. And then I had my own washer and dryer. So that's how the story ended. But ever since then, bro, washer and dryer is not an optional thing. I need to have a washer and dryer. I had one in Atlanta. I have one now where I'm at right now. So washer and dryer is not, I say all that to say it's not a negotiable. There is no, I just air dry. Nah, bro. You need the washer and the dryer. And the dryer, throw the little dryer sheets in and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I had company in the middle of me living like that of hand washing the stuff in the tub, bro, and drying it. I had company, and it was normal to me because, during the pandemic, you're by yourself. So when I had company, they like kind of looking like you living like this. Like, and I'm like, they like, you got towels to like shower and this and that. I say, yeah, but the towels is looking all, they looking all stiff. I wouldn't say crinkled up. Crinkled up is crazy, but they're looking stiff. You know what I'm saying? Because they were air drying, bro. And they were like, nah, they refused to take a shower there, bro. Like they literally got a hotel. It was bad, bro. But I didn't realize like what happened until after the fact because they wouldn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? That I guess they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but it's like, bro, if something like that with your friend or something, please let them know. Just tell them, bro. And yeah, so it was a bad thing. And I say all that to once again say it is not a negotiable. You need to have washer and dryer in every crib you're in, bro. For sure, 100%. The apartment also came with a portable washer in our bathroom. That's why I was doing it because of college. College, we have the the laundromat room, and I was like, oh, it'd be just like college. I go down to the laundry room and just be like college. Is not the same thing in real life, bro. Unless you have it in your complex and you live in an apartment, that might make sense. But really, it's like if you can afford the couple $100 to get a washer and dryer, just get the washer and dryer, bro. The apartment, one of the unique aspects of the apartment is that it comes with an emergency bag containing items like a safety helmet needed in case of events like a tsunami, a fire, or earthquake. For real this time, finding work-life balance in Japan. As an English teacher, Smith's typical workday consists of teaching from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. She teaches 5 to 7 classes a day, ranging from students of 3 to 73 years old. Dang. Classes are one-on-one or two-on-one, and they are 30 to 40 minutes long. She earns about 250,000 yen or $1,700 a month from her teaching jobs, according to documents reviewed by CNBC Make It. So she doesn't get paid that much, but it doesn't cost that much to live. The mornings, I really have them to myself. Since I don't have to go to work until 3, it really just feels like almost 2 days in one because of that. I love my work-life balance here in Japan. I have full flexibility to do what I don't want in my classroom, so it doesn't feel like a high-pressure environment. Hey, shouts out, man. I might need to go to Japan. You know what I'm saying? Smith's work-life balance in Japan is a stark difference from the one she had in the U.S. and America. The 24-year-old teacher had to have multiple jobs to make ends meet. She even was working as a teacher at 2 different schools at the same time. In America, I was working at schools there. I would be there for 10 to 12 hours a day, working very hard and sometimes skipping my breaks because kids needed me and there was no one else to fill in. I remember countless times asking other teachers to watch my kids so I could run to the bathroom. It was rough. Plus, I had to work extra jobs just to get some type of get by in the States. Whereas here, I can get by on full-time job teaching English. In Japan, some of Smith's other monthly expenses include water, gas, electricity, health insurance, and groceries, which approximately cost $376 a month. It costs more to do all that than it do to have the car and the thing, which is, I guess, is everywhere, huh? Smith has been living in Japan for about 6 months and says her biggest challenge is not yet being fluent in Japanese. Girl, you better go back home. Because of her job, she mostly speaks English, and she's surrounded by people who speak English as well. When she needs help on things like going to the post office or getting an appointment at City Hall, Smith enlists the help of her boss to do all the translation. Though Smith is enjoying her time in Japan, she already knows she will move back to Atlanta at the end of her 1-year contract. Oh, so she knows. There's a big part of me that wants to stay longer than a year in Japan, but there's so much of the world to see. As much as I love Japan, I can't wait to expand myself to the rest of the world as well. I know her family, boy, be like, Charles, back outside there. What you doing there? I miss my family. We're really so close knit. I know you do. It's really hard being 7,000 miles away from them. But also being a Southern girl, I miss the soul food so much. I know you do. Japan food is great, but there's nothing like a good collard green at the end of the day. I bet there isn't. Smith still isn't sure that she'll do when she moves back to the U.S., but she's considering pursuing a graduate degree or return to teaching. I'm not quite sure what the future holds for me, but I'm excited to take whatever path it has. Sharing her life in Japan on social media. One way that Smith is making sure that she gets the most out of her experience of living in Japan is documenting her journey on social media, which she started doing 3 months after relocating. I decided to start sharing my experience because people don't know what regular life is like. I feel like Tokyo gets a lot of viewership, but a lot of Japan is in Tokyo. A lot of us live on the countryside. She said us. I know that's right. In the countryside and live regular lives. I wanted to share that with the world. A lot of people are thinking about leaving the States, and I wanted to share my perspective in that too. As a Black woman and as a young person who might not have had their whole life figured out yet, I wanted to inspire people that they could do whatever they want to do. I love building more of a community uh, of expats, or living in Japan really costs like, let me see.
Payday today for me, but I also got new bills and taxes and other financial information. Hey y'all, I live in Japan, and not only is it payday today for me, but I also got new bills and taxes and other financial information to share with y'all and totally expose myself. So please be kind in the comments. For some background information, I live in the countryside in Japan, not much to do around here. It's about 3 hours from Tokyo. I work as a conversation teacher about 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. I get paid in all cash, and payday is once a month. For rent, I pay 35,000
once a
yen.
month is crazy though, I ain't gonna lie.
My car payment is 15,000 yen. My internet is 3,000 yen, and yes, it's slow. My water's at a fixed rate of 1,000 yen. My electricity this month was 9,757 yen. It's gonna be lower next month though, for sure, because I stopped using the AC so much. And gas was 3,459 yen. So my income tax was 6,960 yen this month. My employment insurance was 1,375 yen this month. Health insurance for the year is split up into like 8 installments of $14. At least that's what it was costing for me. So I paid it all up front, but I'll include it in the monthly bill. I also paid all of my health insurance taxes for the year last week, but it was $2,000 for this month. As far as groceries, I'll put the exact yen on the screen, but it's $50 a week. So $200 a month. I love eating. Sorry. My job does pay for my car insurance. Not my car payment, but my car insurance my job does pay for. Otherwise, that would have been 150,000 yen over 2 years, I think. My labor insurance is also covered by the school. Quick edit, I've lived here for 5.5 months, and a lot of the taxes are based on your Japanese income that you were making the year before. Since I wasn't here the year before, my taxes are pretty much as low as they can get. On to salary information, the salary for teachers in Japan varies greatly. This is because different regions have significantly different costs of living. On top of that, the program that you choose to sign with makes a huge difference. How huge? Well, some programs will pay for your flights to Japan, like fully reimbursed. It will give you a card to use for free. They will pay for half of your rent. Meanwhile, other programs will only pay you $600 a month in Tokyo. So you can't really know what to expect coming to Japan salary-wise by asking someone who's here, to be honest with you. I know teachers who do make $700 a month, and I know others that make over $2,000 a month. Personally, I make 250,000 yen per month. And I did know about that in advance when I signed on to my job. Other people are surprised because their programs don't tell them what their pay is until they sign on for some reason. Also, I find out new things about living in Japan every day. So here's to learning together. If you have questions about banking in Japan, I've already made that video. If you want to see my apartment tour, I'm actually making a new one since I've set up a little bit more, but not too much. Again, I know this life isn't for everyone, and it's definitely not meant to be. I'm just sharing this to help you be more aware of the world and what other people's lives may look like. Please be kind in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey y'all, I live in Japan, and not only is it payday today for me, but I also got new bills and taxes and other financial information to share with y'all and totally expose myself. So please be kind in the comments. Hey y'all, I live in Japan.
Okay. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me.
I'm gonna teach you how to drive in Japan. Out of curiosity, how many car accidents have you been in? Red light, you cannot turn. Also, if you're coming up to a railroad crossing, you have to stop before going. The drinking and driving limit is 0.00. So even if you had wine last night, technically you're not supposed to drive because your blood alcohol content might still be too high for you to properly drive.
Yeah, I ain't living in Japan.
Hey y'all, I work in Japan. I decided on a whim that I was gonna dye my hair over the weekend without asking or telling my boss. So let's see how that goes. Hello. Hello.
Hey, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was boring, but we're still here. Yeah.
So raining, so good.
It's raining. There's nothing to
It's
do.
going to be like a long holiday for us.
I know.
I know. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Okay. See you. Okay, so obviously he didn't notice the first time I was in his office, funny enough, but he just came into my room and told me how much he likes it and that it looks like Halloween colors. So great success. Hey y'all, I work in Japan. I decided on a whim.
Hey.
So guys, this Japan grocery vlog is going to be a little bit different. Why? Because we only have 2. I bought it with good money. 5 small bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what to and what not to get at 7-Eleven Japan with little to no explanation. Let's go. I think I deserve a follow for being the best big sister in Japan. So if you could kindly do that, please. Thank you.
Yes. He definitely deserves some money for this. For documenting this.
What's up, everyone? It's Lexi B. I live in Japan, if you didn't already know. And we just hit 30,000 followers, which usually means that we're going to eat a sweet treat. But I actually already ate our sweet treat off camera because it was going to go bad because it actually took us a little bit longer to hit 30K than I thought. But I do still have something for us. It's going to be a Q&A. We're going to do a Q&A. Please, in the comments, ask whatever questions you have about this pizza in Tokyo has won so many awards and is the favorite of Naomi Osaka. Let's see how it is. The wait for a 2-person walk-in when I got there was 4 hours. Loners like me, though, only 20 with the egg. I already know how y'all are. And I really enjoyed it. It was ever so slightly salty, but Hey y'all, it's Lexi B. I heard you want to see what my apartment looks like in Japan, so come on. But first, give me a follow if you want to see what regular life is. It's such a blessing that I have a walk-in closet. So I use all the space I have. 3 burners on my stove and
too small. But you don't need much when you're 24. I get it. You don't need much when you're 24. Japanese interview with a stranger. Is this gonna load up? It's gonna load up. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. But salute to her. Shout out to Japan, everybody like that. Since sharing her life in Japan on TikTok, Smith says the reception has been positive, quote unquote. A lot of people who live in Japan do see themselves in me. They feel like that I'm sharing authentic Japanese experience, and that means a lot to me that I can create visibility where it might not have otherwise existed, she says. And for the other people who look like me, they feel like they can be empowered and they can do that too. I feel like knowing more about a place that you're going and seeing other people doing it can take away some of that fear of doing it more. Salute to her for like her what you calls, bro, her I don't know, courage and willingness to do this. I think it broadens people's horizons, and the fact that she even did this is like, that's dope. It's just like, thank you for doing this so we didn't have to do it.
Hi y'all, I live and work in Japan as an Eikaiwa teacher.
I'm trying to go to one that doesn't have music, and I'm gonna play it so I could charge up the laptop. I gotta charge up the laptop.
Good morning. It's time for another day being a nomad. You're hungry again. Let's eat at a speakeasy burger bar in Ueno. Welcome back to Let's Eat with Lexi. Today we're at God's Diner in Tokyo. Save and share this video for your next trip to Japan. BH, you can enter through the regular door, but I wanted to go to the 2nd floor because you walk through this vending machine. I love a little secret agent moment. Enter the door, walk up the stairs, you will be welcomed, and typically, I guess since it was empty, I could sit wherever I wanted to. The staff was so friendly, and they didn't have to, but they spoke English. The menu had chicken wings, various burgers, and a lot of great-looking sundaes. This is known to be a burger place. I'm not in the mood for red meat right now, so we're doing the buffalo chicken and cheese fries. When they brought this to my table, I thought there was a mistake. Like, look at my face. Y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Where is the cheese fries? Turns out they thought I said cheese bites because they have camembert cheese bites on the menu, and they served it with honey. So I went ahead and tried it anyway. I didn't tell them about the mistake. They actually rather liked it, so no worries there. Then they brought my wings, and I haven't had wings in like a year, so it was much needed. If you look at the plate and you think you see ranch, it's not ranch, it's seasoned mayonnaise, basically. Such a sad realization, but the wings were good, just a little skinny, and I would go back to try some of the other things on their menu. Let me know in the comments, where we eating next, twin? You're hungry again.
That's pretty cool. Shouts out to Brooke, Lexi Brooke. Shout out to Lexi Brooke, man. More power to you, and continuing pushing the boundaries of like what people expect you to do and what people expect you to be. Carol.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.